So hello and welcome back to Banknotes of Zaire. So Zaire is now currently called the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is a country in Central Africa and they currently issue the franc. So they don't use these anymore because of hyperinflation. Actually removed these ones from the 70s in the 1980s. Okay, so the smallest banknote I have is the 55 Zaire. Then I've got 50 in the background. And the smallest banknote you can get in this denomination is the 10 Makuta that was issued in the 1967. And, well, this currency was first issued in 1967. But they were only issued up until the value of 5 Zaires in 1967. And in 1971 they changed to this type of banknote, although the portrait was a bit different. They did change a portrait in 1974 to this one, but the earlier banknote from 1971 was under the name Congo. In 1972 they changed it to Zaire, but they kept the portrait of those issued in 1971-72 the same, and then in 1974 they changed the portrait. So now there's should be various printers actually print these. So some were printed in Zaire itself. This one was printed in Germany, and some were printed in France and the UK, but it depends on the actual banknote denomination. So the back of this banknote has the Congo hydroelectric dam, and also carving of a female. So I'm not too sure. Would have been from one of the ethnic groups, but I'm not too sure which one it was. More than likely, it's probably the ethnic group from Mobutu Sese Seko. And his watermarks, his portrait. And these ones you can probably get for about $5 to $10. So, and as you can see, the serial numbers are 2 different fonts. So that should be normal. So I got 1976, 1977. And these seem to be the 5 and the 10 seem to be the easiest of these banknotes you can get. They're probably excessively printed because the hyperinflation would have started in the 1970s and it went through the 1980s, and in 1993 I think they actually revalued the actual currency. So this banknote was used up until 1982 when they reduced the size and issued new banknotes. And then we get to this one. So this one was issued in 1980, and it's a pretty hard banknote to get. So in this condition, you can see it's pretty poor. It probably costs about $40 to $50. So if you want to get an uncirculated one, it's going to be pretty expensive. This one was first issued in 1980. As a portrait of Mobutu Sese Seko. There's the coat of arms. Watermark's the same. Has I think that's a cheetah. And on the back, we don't have anything or specific details, but just the coat of arms in the center, and it has some plant. It has ivory tusk, so elephant tusk. 2 types of spears, probably from 2 different tribes, and a leopard. Yeah, it's probably a leopard in the center. So this one is probably not an easy banknote to get, but you do get 2 different signatures. I have got the first signature, and there is a second one, and the dates are a bit different. So the second signature is the 24th of the 11th, 80. So now I'm not too sure which one is more common, but as far as I know, they all have the E prefix. So it's there from 1980. And then the only other banknote I have from the first series is this one. So this is the highest valued banknote they did issue. A 5 million Zaires. And from recollection, just reading some articles, this was not a popular banknote because it indicated that the currency was actually becoming worthless. So all these should be in the N prefix. And the 1st of the 10th of 1992, and they were initially issued and then they were withdrawn. Then in 1993 they revalued the currency, so it became pretty much worthless. But once again, you got Mobutu Sese Seko with a military gala. 5 million Zaires, coat of arms once again, also a leopard. And on the back, we have the Egyptian pyramids. But I don't think this is any place. This could be Merawi, but it is a hydroelectric or factory, whatever. And then we have indigenous plants and elephant tusks, which have been hollowed out. So that's those two banknotes. And this one, you probably paid about 40-50 bucks. If you can get it for 20, then that's a bargain. These ones seem to be going up in value over the past year. Okay, so in 1993, they revalued the currency. So they revalued this at 3 million old Zaires. So pretty much this one was worth 1.6 Zaires. So, and all this is in banknote form. So the 1 Makuta, which is equivalent to 1 cent, and this is a 5 Makuta, equivalent to 5 cents. So at the time, this would probably purchase nothing. And they all have the dictator on his face. And all these, well, not all these, but a lot of these from the second currency probably cost between $5 and $10. Some of the denominations are hard to get, but the valuation in March from Wikipedia, it's got 115 Zaires because $1, so pretty much this was worthless within a year. And by the end of it, 98, when they changed over to the franc, it was 240,000. So really, this currency just turned into worthless, like a lot of African currencies do. Okay, so this is the independent monument in Kinshasa. Say independence from Belgium, and it's printed in Germany, in Munich. So quite really, if you're getting this, you should be able to get it for $5 or less. Then we have the 50 Makuta. So that's only 10 times face value of that one. So it's worth half a Zaire. 93 as well, and it's a nice reddish color, which is nice and easy on my eyes. So this one also wouldn't have been in circulation for that long. That's why you can probably get a lot of these in uncirculated grade, but a lot of the high V banknotes, you find them hard to get in uncirculated. So we have fishing, so they're pulling their nets up. An indigenous person, don't know what he's holding, could be a water bag, and that's basically that one. And the highest value banknote I have is this one from 94 of 500 Zaires, and yeah, this one doesn't seem to be too hard to get, but it was replaced in, when was it, 94. So 94 they issued 3 different types, probably 3 different printers, and once again pretty standard, has Mobutu Sese Seko. And on the back we just have the Bank of Zaire building, Kinshasa, modern building, and the watermark is the dictator himself, and that's basically it. And this is also printed in Germany, so it seems like most of them are printed in Germany, but you got the Hotel de Monnaies in Kinshasa, and where else? There's another one. Okay, you got Munich. Then you have, yeah, I don't know. There is another printer, which is probably Paris, I reckon. And there's a different type of banknote which has just 500 on the back for this, 1995. It's a greenish colour, so they change the colour a bit. And that one is probably the more common of the two. And as far as I know, all these are in the M prefix. And the highest valued banknote they issued in this currency is the 1 million Zaires. When they revalued it 1,000 to 1, it was equivalent to 1,000 francs, which currently is worth about 50 cents. Anyway, I hope this helped you with your banknotes of Zaire. Just a few. Hopefully I can get a bit more in the future. But You know, these banknotes, the minimum you're going to pay is probably about $4. If you want to get one that costs a lot less, you're probably going to have to buy a bulk lot. I'd say the bulk lots probably cost at least $20. Anyway, hope this helps you with your banknotes. Let me know what you think about this country, and have awesome coin and banknote collecting time.